But Raji briefly mentioned about real estate. So let's get straight to that. Brigade Enterprises, in the last 1 year, the stock has performed very, very well. To help us out with how things are panning out and what's the way ahead, we're joined by Pavitra Shankar, the MD at Brigade. Hi, Pavitra. Good morning. Always good to see you. Well, tell us how's business. In the first half of the year, your sales number was close to around 2,800 crores and volumes were at around 2.7 million square feet. For this year, what are you factoring in now? How much better can it get by the end of this year?
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me. Yes, we've had a good first half of the financial year. We are looking to launch additional projects through the rest of the financial year, and hopefully the year should be much better than what we've done in H1. While we're happy with our results, a lot of the numbers are dependent on launches happening, and launches are again dependent on approvals in our three states of focus, which is Karnataka, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu. So as these launches and the approvals come through, I think the market is still very good in terms of demand for the kind of products that we have. We're moving into more premium residential category, and despite that, with the increase in product price and ticket price, we're still seeing very good demand on ground for residential. Leasing is also doing well. Retail and hospitality also are all doing well. So I think the business in general is performing quite positively as far as we're concerned.
Right, you're sounding optimistic on the prospects, so that's good news. We're going to push you for a couple of numbers on both those two fronts. But first, what about approvals in Karnataka? Are things sorted out? There at project level, there were some various hiccups. Has that got ironed out? Point number one. And Pavitra, help us out with the number. 2,800 crores at the half-year mark, 2.7 million tons at the half-year mark. What do you end this year with? Guidance on both those two fronts.
It's always difficult to get on here because we typically do not give guidance. But I would say that we are maybe around 40% through of our financial year target. So, we are targeting to do much more in the second half of the financial year, at least as far as sales are concerned. And values are also much larger than last year. So while our Q2 numbers are, say, 47% over Q1, from a value perspective, it's 68% over Q1. So that's sort of reflecting the kind of product mix that we are putting out. And some of our new launches, especially in Hyderabad and Chennai, will also be higher ticket size. So from that perspective, I think on the launches front will be substantially higher than what we've seen in terms of the realization so far.
Okay, and project approvals improving in Karnataka. Has that got ironed out?
Approvals is a mixed bag. Some things are coming through, some things, are unexpected. There are some changes on ground in terms of, I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty, but sort of the way in which we can get our approvals and the way in which, we can finalize our designs and sanctions, etc., is changing a bit on ground. So there's a bit of confusion. So hopefully all of that will get sorted out. It's affecting everyone across the board, not just Brigade, but hopefully that's something that we will all get clarity on soon.
Okay, and since you said that 40% has been done in the first half, I think for the year, the sales number should look like mathematically closer to around 6,300 or 6,500 crores. That should be a ballpark range, right?
Yeah, we'll try to do that or better.
And Pavitra, hi, morning, Prashant here. And if there is a little bit of help from the monetary policy side, maybe does one need the help? I mean, the industry per se?
You're talking about interest rates and so
Yes.
on. I mean, I think it is generally fairly positive. I mean, I would still say the rates at which people are able to get home loans today, anywhere from 8.5% to 9% is still pretty competitive in the grand scheme of things. Of course, rates have been lower over the past few years and immediately after our COVID and lockdown and so on. But I think it is still it has been stable. So that has actually led to predictability in terms of what people can do in terms of their financial planning and so on. So from that perspective, it always helps to not have a shock in terms of repo rate increases or anything like that. But overall, I think the demand is still on ground. So, how you choose to finance is different, but the demand is still there for residential. And I think that's why we are feeling positive and bullish about the rest of the few months in the financial year.
All right.
Pavitra, the hospitality arm of the company, Brigade Hotel Ventures Limited, has filed draft papers for a IPO, 900 crores. Could you give us the timeline by when would this hit the markets?
So we actually filed the DRHP on 30th October. So it will take some time for the approvals to come through. There is a back and forth with SEBI on that. So not sure yet. It's maybe somewhere from 3 to 4 months in the entire cycle. But, we are still awaiting a lot of the conversations to still happen.
And how many keys do you have? How many keys do you have in the hospitality vertical?
Sorry, you cut out there. I didn't hear the
number
question.
of keys. Number of keys. I wanted the current number of keys.
Yes, we have about 1,600 keys across 9 operating hotels and across 4 to 5 major cities: Bangalore, Chennai, Mysore, Kochi, and GIFT City in Gujarat.
All right. And it'll be around these levels as of now. That's the plan?
Yes. Again, I couldn't really hear the full question, but yeah, we have these 1,600 keys. We have some land bank as well on the hotel side. I won't be able to say too much more because we have the DRHP filed already.
Well, we thank you, Pavitra, for joining in, giving us a fair idea about how business is shaping up. Look forward to having a chat with you. If you don't speak for the remainder of this year, wish you well and look forward to 2025 as well.